everybody. We're excited to talk with you this afternoon and give you a little bit more information about Zions. My name is Carol Durkis, and I am the Recruiting and College Relations Consultant for Zions Bancorporation. And also with me today is Meta Driscoll, who is my colleague and a senior corporate recruiter. Also, I have Ryan Gottschall, who is an SVP and manager of the third-party risk management, and Bo Rackham, who reports to Ryan and is the engagement owner, third-party risk. So I will begin today by just giving you a little bit more information about Zions Bancorporation and distinguish the difference between Zions Bank and the Bancorporation. Talk about our structure and culture. I'll also explain, Meta will actually go over some of the job opportunities that we have, kind of what she does for the Bancorporation in recruiting, and then we'll turn it over to Ryan and Bo, who can talk about their department and the specific openings that they have on their team. So Zions Bancorporation is the parent company to Zions Bank here in Utah, but we also have 7 other affiliate banks. We have approximately 470 offices in 11 states, employ over 10,000 employees, and each bank is branded separately and has their own name and logo, which doesn't include Zions Bancorporation in their name. This is intentional and a strategy that we have successfully used to differentiate ourselves from other large and regional banks. We want our bankers to be knowledgeable and enthusiastic about local needs and trends. We want them to be in the communities so they know how to best serve the customers. By branding our bank with their local identities and having local leadership, we're able to still cultivate the community bank feel that we want while still having the large holding company to support it. And just a few small details about us. We're a member of the NASDAQ 100 index, the S&P 500 index, and we have over 70 billion in assets. So not too bad. We also are the recipient of several Greenwich Awards. This may not mean a whole lot to you, but in the banking community, it's very prestigious, and they're given out for excellence in the field. Zions Bancorporation has consistently been at the top end in regards to the number of awards given compared to our peers. To put it into perspective, since Greenwich Associates began recognizing the top banks with excellence awards in 2009, Zions Bancorporation is one of only 6 banks to have averaged 15 excellence awards, and there are over 600 banks evaluated nationwide. We are also in the process of building a 400,000 square foot technology and operations campus in Midvale, which is in close proximity to the historic Gardner Village. So those of you that are familiar with that area, it will be right up next to the Jordan River Trail and will be a state-of-the-art building and home to more than 2,000 employees. The new campus will eliminate the need for 11 smaller facilities that we currently have and bring all of those employees into one building that will offer such amenities as outdoor recreation opportunities, pickleball, locker and shower facilities, shareable bikes, and a large modern cafe, to name just a few. So needless to say, our employees are really excited about this project. And just so you know, our main headquarters will remain in the downtown area across from Temple Square. So this does not affect that, but will be in addition to that. Next, we have Scott Anderson, who is Zions Bank's CEO and president. He is committed to finding and developing very highly talented employees. And to read his quote, "It is our goal to recruit, select, and retain the most qualified employees who represent all segments of the community we serve and support. We cultivate a highly talented workforce by valuing people for who they are and what they can contribute." So Scott's an excellent leader that I think everybody looks up to, and he certainly, you know, from the top down, we have just great leadership. And Zions Bank has been consistently on the receiving end of numerous awards. I think I skipped a slide here. So as you can see here, We operate in 123 financial centers, have 1,765 Zions Bank employees, and so total, again, of over 10,000 total employees for the Bancorporation. As far as diversity, we have a diversity officer, and this is, again, something that we really strive hard to achieve, that we do diversity outreach to bring great diversity talent into the company. And we're also a part and involved in many business forums. As far as community service, that is something very near and dear to our leaders' hearts. They certainly believe in giving back to the community. And this is a picture of Harris Simmons, who is Zion's Bancorporation's chairman and CEO. And we have something called the Paint-a-thon every year. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it this year with COVID, but we go out into the community and find those homes that people need help fixing up and painting, and our employees, as well as our leaders, as you can see here, go out and use their time to paint and fix up these homes. We also have Scott Anderson, again, the bank president, on the right, that he is serving at a local food shelter, or a local shelter, and he's serving them at dinner time. So again, something that we really see from the top down, that community service is something very big at Zions. As far as our culture, this is a main selling point at Zions. We have worked very hard to cultivate this, where employees have a lot of growth opportunity within the company and exposure to top leadership. We offer a great work-life balance that you can't find everywhere, especially in the areas that you're studying. You can also work in the daily operations of an S&P 500 company. As a bank, we're obviously looking for banking and finance people, but we also look for positions to fill various roles as shown here. As you can see, we have a wide variety of positions and skill sets we look for, including compliance, risk, operations, credit, and information technology. In fact, we are one of the largest technology groups in Utah. I'm sure that surprises some of you, but our technology and operations team consists of 2,100 employees who support the entire operation. Some of these departments include information security, information technology, bank operations, bank card, project management, and client services. So as you can see, we look for a wide variety of skills and backgrounds. So if you think just because you don't have banking experience or a degree in finance that there is no opportunity, but we definitely look for more than just that. This is our website. So if you are interested in looking at our current openings, they do change daily, probably hourly in some instances, where we fill positions and post more. So if you visit our website and don't see a position that is something that you're looking for today, check back and just keep checking and seeing what we have newly posted. This is mine and Meta's contact information. So please feel free, if you have specific questions, to reach out to either one of us. We're happy to answer any of your questions. And with that, I will turn it over to Meta. Well,
I was on mute.
Okay.
Anyway, hi, everyone. My name is Meta Driscoll. I'm a senior corporate recruiter for Zions Bancorporation. And I am one of the recruiters that we have a team of 17 across that enterprise map that Carol showed you. And I am just one of the recruiters that focuses more on the regulatory requirements that banking has. So my teams that I work for are risk, compliance, supply chain management, which Bo and Ryan work with, and as well as audit. So kind of all of those regulatory pieces. I'm going to share my desktop. This is a snapshot of the positions that we currently have effective as of Monday. And is it working? Can you see it?
Okay, there we go.
Can you see that? Okay, so here's the top of the list. There's probably about 100 openings, and we do have some that are, you know, part-time, if anyone is a current employee, a current student that wants to do part-time work. But I have been working closely with Ryan and Bo on working with the supply chain management team that they're a part of. And this is a relatively new group to the organization. Of course, we've always had a purchasing function at Zions, but this group is really tightening it up and really making some great changes and evolving as our business is evolving. And so with that, I will turn it over to Bo for his presentation.
Okay, great. So first of all, I just wanted to welcome everybody who's attending and joining the session. I graduated from the University of Utah in 2009 and have been a part of recruiting efforts at my, different employers throughout the years. And so really look forward to attending these sessions and trying to provide insight to the students in terms of what opportunities are out there for them. So again, I'm part of the supply chain management team, and more specifically, I'm part of third-party risk management. Within supply chain, we have really 5 different areas or groups that we focus on and areas. First is strategic sourcing. So how do we ensure we capture economies of scale and don't have duplicate suppliers? And really, how do we make sure that we're being strategic in reaching out to vendors and third parties to onboard services and bring services to our customers? The second area is procurement and purchasing. So within procurement and purchasing, this is the execution of the purchases and really onboarding of these new applications, services, products, etc. Then third-party risk management. This is the team that I am a part of, and I manage a group of engagement owners. And I'll go into some more detail specifically on third-party risk management later on in the presentation, but this is the area that Ryan and I joined today to really focus on, as we have 3 open roles within our group. Then the fourth group is enterprise contracts. This group really looks at, from a legal perspective, what are the contracts that we need signed? How do we ensure that they contain the information that we need and that they have the legal documentation and wording sufficient enough to protect the bank as well as the bank's customers. And then supplier diversity. As we had talked about, the bank is really focused on the community and how do we serve the community. And one of the key components under supplier diversity is making sure that we have a diverse group of suppliers. In addition to that, that we have support throughout our communities with our minority-owned vendors, and this is a big effort within our supplier diversity group. So what are our key strategic objectives? First, we are working to build out our capabilities. As Meta had mentioned, we've gone through a lot of changes. We've onboarded new technology. We've built out different groups, and this is all in an effort to support, our first strategic objective, which is building out capabilities that will improve business decision making and strategic planning with our third-party vendors. The second is third-party cost optimization. We want to strategically source goods and services in a way where we get the most bang for our buck. Right? We want to provide that service to the bank and to our business owner stakeholders. The third thing, manage third-party risk. We want to create transparency to the enterprise regarding third-party risks. And again, I'll go into more detail on third-party risk, but really as an organization, my team is focused on how do we ensure that our business partners know what risks exist when they engage with an outside supplier for a product or service. And then finally, implement a supplier diversity program and really create foundational elements of this program so that we can, serve our community best. Okay, so third-party lifecycle. Really, it starts with our lines of business, our relationship owners. They identify a need and they identify a product or service that may be offered to us by a third party or a vendor. They go through the planning and sourcing group, really to make sure that again we're getting the most bang for our buck, and that we are utilizing those third parties that will bring that and provide that to the organization. Then they go through a due diligence and third-party selection life cycle, where we evaluate the risk. We understand what controls the organization might have in place to mitigate and manage that risk. Once we decide on the third party, we go into contract execution and negotiation. And then finally, once we onboard a vendor, then we move into ongoing monitoring. How do we manage them on an ongoing basis? And then finally, termination at the end of the life cycle. And really, this is how the organization onboards third parties and the life cycle associated with that. Okay, so third-party risk management. So one of my colleagues developed this elevator pitch statement, and so I'm just going to read it right off the slide. And this really gives you an idea of what third-party risk management is. So actively managing risk is a key component of safeguarding our customers and communities' financial futures. SCM's third-party risk management team enables and supports bank colleagues to make informed decisions regarding the risks of our third-party engagements by collaborating with risk partners across the enterprise, protecting both the bank and our customers from external threats. One analogy that I like to use in trying to describe really what third-party risk management is the concept of, parachuting and jumping out of an airplane. In one instance, you can do this as a tandem jump, right? Where you're attaching yourself to someone else and jumping out of an airplane with them. And you are, you are reliant on them and their controls to make sure that they pack the parachute correctly, that they've done it before, that you're going to land on the ground safely, knowing that this person or this vendor has done this before. And really, that process in and of it itself is third-party risk management, compared to if you're just jumping out of the plane by yourself and you're reliant on yourself and your own controls to make sure that you've packed your parachute correctly and you know what you're doing in order to hit the ground safely. So really, in a nutshell, that is third-party risk management. Within third-party risk management, Ryan and I, we have two different roles that are open. We have engagement owners and risk analysts. The engagement owners really are the ones that are upfront helping the business owners and relationship owners identify the risks and understand what the engagement entails. And then the risk analyst goes through the due diligence process with the business lines of business to help them understand what controls there are that need to be in place and how we will go about managing the relationship with the third party. So what is the value proposition of our team and our group? Just real quickly, the two of the things that really intrigued me about this organization and this team when I joined is, number one, there is a lot of touch points within the life cycle, and you get to see a lot of different businesses and use cases and activities within the organization as you work through the third-party risk management life cycle. You get to see things from how do we manage, the individuals that help us with snow removal from our office locations, to things as big as, the Paycheck Protection Program, and how we as an organization are implementing something like that is so big and so crucial to our communities. So you get to see a wide array of different opportunities within this group and different activities. And then the second thing is collaboration. You get to work with a great team and you get to work with all different levels of individuals across the bank and really get to be exposed and be able to learn from a lot of amazing people. And those are really two of the key value adds, within our team. And with that is what I have for the presentation today. I think that we're right on time, and I think we're going to turn it over for some questions.
So Katie has a question. What do you like best about working for Zions?
I can take that. I've been with Zions for 8 years, and it really surpassed my expectations of working for a large company. It doesn't have that large company feel. As I said, we have over 10,000 employees. Everybody is so, everybody wants to help everybody. So it's such a great culture. And I manage the intern program, and that is always the feedback I get from the interns is what a great culture, how friendly, everybody wants to help everybody. And it's just a great environment to work in. We go to work every day, and we're with our friends and feels like family. So it's really, it really is a great atmosphere to be a part of.
And then I'll just add to a little bit to that as well. I joined the organization in February this year, so I'm new to the bank. And really what I have enjoyed is the ability to make change and impact things, right? Especially within our group. We've done so much and come so far in terms of third-party risk management, and I've really enjoyed the ability to collaborate, to have impact, to learn, and all of those things have just been fantastic since I've joined the organization.
I'll actually kind of echo what Bo mentioned as well. Zions is kind of in a sweet spot when it comes to its size. It's large enough to where you still kind of get a bit of a large bank feel to it, yet it's small enough to where you can still affect change throughout the organization. And that's one thing that I've really enjoyed is the size and the ability to really drive change, not only within our specific group, but also across the organization as a whole.
Hi, it's Meta. I'd like to also add something. I've worked in many different organizations, and I've never worked in a company that likes to promote their employees from within more than Zions does. I mean, there's such a great opportunity to come in and work in a certain department and grow and evolve within that team, or cross-pollinate your skills and abilities into different teams and different groups across the organization. And more often than not, we always want to hire the internal person over the external. And it's just surprising how we really want to keep and retain the talent that has joined the organization from the beginning.
You answered the next question, Meta. The next question is, what can one expect in terms of a career path philosophy on promoting from within? Which is exactly what Meta just said. We really, look to promote from within. All of our managers, they want internal candidates. They would rather have somebody that is within Zions to move up into the company. So that is something that you could definitely look for.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And with that, we are still receiving some questions. We do want to be respectful of the time that we've allotted for the breakout sessions. And so if you have signed up for that, I think Matthew is going to start to put you into those breakout sessions. But until then, Carol, do you want to answer Josh's question?
Can you speak to what the benefit structure looks like with Zions? Yeah. We have great benefits to offer to employees. We have a full array of, we have health benefits, we have dental, life insurance, supplemental life insurance. There's a 401k that we offer a match, and we also give profit sharing. And I'm missing a bunch of them, but we just know, we do have a full array, and your employees are eligible to. Is it the first of the month following 30 days, Meta?
Yes, that's correct. That's when benefits are effective.
Yeah. And then we also have vacation and sick time as well. So.
Plus you get all those great federal holidays.
All the holidays. Yes. All those bank holidays.
Yes, we have 11 paid holidays here in Utah.